And now it's time to look at another well-made and reasonably priced Halloween mask on Creepy Cheapies with Dr. Lady. I'm former President Lyndon B. Johnson, and tonight's mask, okay, this one has what I would call instant impact, like instantaneous impact, not to be confused with subcutaneous. Instantaneous impact, meaning whatever situation you put it in, the nanosecond people see it, they're going to get it. They're going to get the idea. It's super dramatic, and you could use it in a low light situation in the haunted house or whatever. It's this guy! Holy schlamoli, look at that. It's the Putrid Zombie from Ghoulish Productions 2014. Now, they had another one called simply Putrid, but this one, which came out in 2014, is called Putrid Zombie. Now, you want to keep your putrefaction straight, for heaven's sake, so don't get those two confused. The one that was just called Putrid, I think he's been discontinued. I don't think they make that one anymore, but they do make this one. And why do I recommend it? Well, it's reasonably priced, neighborhood of 35 to 45 bucks. Not bad for a mask with hair and all. And you know, a lot of times when masks go for this effect of part of someone's face being missing and skull being exposed, sometimes it looks like the skull is right up there, kind of even with the surface of the face, like there's no depth to it. It looks kind of like the skull is as big as the face, and actually there's a lot of flesh over your skull on your face, and there needs to be some depth to it. This one, the illusion is pulled off pretty darn well, I think. It looks for all the world like a big chunk of this fellow's face came off. I don't know why that happened. I will assume it was eaten off in the grave by little worms and weevils and maggots and so forth. That would be my guess. Is that what happened? Yeah, something like that. Or it could have been a really nasty salad tossing accident. I don't know. But now I didn't do anything to modify the paint here. It came from Ghoulish Productions, looking this good. And the bone really looks like bone. The blood looks nice and gross and sticky and nasty, like a good rotted corpse should. And again, the best thing that I like about it is that it really sells the idea of part of the face being missing, and all this bone being exposed and being, you know, recessed a bit with a little depth between the skin and where the skull is, and it really sells it pretty convincing. And another thing is, for a mask in this price range, that's a pretty hot eyeball right there. That's a pretty nicely painted eye for something in this neighborhood. Okay, so a big recommendation there. The hair isn't the most beautiful hair in the world, but hey, if you're a rotted corpse with half your face eaten off and all that, your hair wouldn't look really great, would it? And besides, he's saying, look who's talking. I heard that. You. Yeah. Anyway, the hair could be nicer, but again, for this price range, holy schmow, kids. If you were to have Laura Lady or somebody like that custom hair a mask for you to look really super deluxe, you know, really detailed, elaborate, realistic hair work, it would cost you more than 40 bucks probably just for the hair work. So the fact that you're getting a nice full head mask with pretty decent looking hair stuck on here and there for a realistic look, a very nicely painted eye, a great sculpture, a good paint job with a lot of textural detail, and even a piece of mesh fabric, like net, over this, or under I should say, not over, in the eye hole here to sell the effect that part of the skull is exposed and one of the eyeballs is gone. Really make this a good value and a really creepy, scary, kind of a disturbing, unsettling mask. And you know, it occurs to me now that this would be a great mask for them to use for police forensic pathology students, like forensics students, because you could make a project out of reconstructing what this guy looked like when he was human, based on what the skull looks like and what we can see of the remaining flesh. And by the way, got him on a high quality styro head here. I've got a piece of black felt in there. You can get black felt for about 20 cents, a piece like this, at your local Malwart, okay, in the craft department, or probably lots of other places, but I got mine at Malwart. Anyway, I recommend the black felt. I like to put it inside the faces of masks behind the eye holes and the mouth openings and such, because it looks better on display if all you can see is flat black in the openings. And when I have some extras, I like to throw them in with masks that I sell too. You know, I like to stick a piece in there. And if it's too big, you can cut that pretty easily to fit the facial area of whatever mask you're displaying. But Putrid Zombie, really scary one. And I recommend him from the 2014 Ghoulish Productions lineup. And until next time, I'll see you probably in my attic. I know you get up there every week and go creeping around in my attic. I know what you do.